Hello, Dharma Circle. Swati here, the embodied Dharma coach. Let's dive in and talk about ancestral Adharma. Here we are in between the eclipses. We have a solar eclipse coming, and this is a cycle of spiritual work, healing work, doing the inner work, and looking at shadows and grief. And these are all parts of your ancestral and lineage work. So let's take a look at that and also understand from a Jyotish perspective how we can get more clarity, understanding of our lineage issues, and also some ways to identify in your Jyotish chart if you're having some lineage adharma passed intergenerationally. Lineage adharma, that which goes against your dharma, is passed from generation to generation until someone in the lineage decides to stop it, to be a cycle breaker. So just notice, does your lineage seem to have problems with a specific issue? Do you notice health issues or financial issues or relationships or no dharma, no clear purpose or direction? Is there a lineage issue with this? What about physical issues? Are there physical challenges that are passed down through the generations in your family? Often things like scoliosis or heart issues, even dietary allergens, things like that. These are passed intergenerationally. So from generation to generation, this is an indication of adharma. So that which goes against your wholeness. And also noticing identity issues. This is very key. This happens to all of us. Every one of us has some sort of belief or identity that is actually handed to us by our lineage. And it's actually fascinating to notice how these qualities are passed throughout generations. So the patterns of karma in your Jyotish chart are actually ancient. This didn't start with you. When you're looking at your Jyotish chart, you're actually looking at your ancestral karma and the karma that's been handed to you by your lineage. 75% of your karma is actually from your ancestors. 25% from your mother and your mother's lineage. 25% of your karma is from your father and your father's lineage. 25% of your karma is from the 9-month gestation period. And of course, your mother's body and what she's experiencing in her body. Even the birth process itself is very karmic. And you're shaped by that. We are shaped by that very powerful 9-month gestation period and the birth process itself. And then, of course, 25% of your karma is from your soul and its previous incarnation. So this is the bulk of your karma. 75% comes from mother, father, their lineages, what has come before you. And it didn't start with you. So when we're looking at your Jyotish chart, we're really looking at the lineage karmas and how they are impacting you in this body and in this life. Most of the challenges we're working with in this body and in this life are in fact ancestral adharma. Ancestral adharma that has been passed down through the lineage. And your ancestors have been hoping that you would arrive. They knew that you would turn this darkness in the lineage into light, into your Dharma, the purpose of your soul. And many indigenous wisdom and traditions believe that there are contract workers, so the ancestors actually hire a contract worker to come and do this healing, this cleanup, be a cycle breaker, come to transform the lineage by doing the healing work. And in the Dagara tribe of Burkina Faso, Sabonfu Some, one of my teachers, was very clear that in her lineage, they understand that that the ancestors hire a contract worker, and it's when there's too much grief in the lineage. They need someone to come do the grief work. Typically, we're called contract workers. You might be a contract worker. I've done many lives and classes on that. You can go search the archives for how to identify if you're a contract worker. So a contract worker is hired by the ancestors to come do the healing work. And the thing is that it's your healing work that supports your Dharma. So we can't actually embody our Dharma if we're not doing the inner work. And it's actually quite a journey. This is not always easy or joyful. This actually requires quite a bit of effort. So your ancestors want you to do this work, not only for you and the evolution of your soul, but also for the transformation and healing of the lineage. Adharma is anything that goes against Dharma, the purpose of your soul. My definition of Dharma is wholeness. And so when you strengthen your wholeness in your body and in your soul, your Dharma actually strengthens. So it's a body and soul wholeness. And that is your Dharma. That is your Dharmic work. That's your Dharmic path. Limiting beliefs are a form of Dharma, of Adharma, that which goes against your Dharma. Also, lack of self-trust, shadows that cause mistrust, harmful thought patterns, crippling fears, poor choices. These are all elements and qualities that lead to Adharma, going against your wholeness, going against the nature of your soul. Certain types of karma, unprocessed trauma, undigested grief, unacknowledged shadows, these also cause Adharma generation after generation, and it's passed throughout the lineage until someone says, hey, enough. We have to stop this pattern, this cycle, this thought pattern, these behaviors, these fears. And this is what you were hired for by the ancestors, to come do the healing work. Understanding your Jyotish chart can help you easily identify lineage Adharma and how it's impacting your body and soul. And this is one of the beautiful things about Jyotish, is we can just very easily pinpoint qualities in the body and in the ancestral body that are causing you challenges. And these are lineage issues. What you see in your Jyotish chart is actually a lineage issue. Most likely, it's not just about you and your individual karma. This is ancient. Rahu and Ketu are wonderful and powerful and challenging insights for understanding how Adharma is showing up in this body and in this life for you. And the lineage issues that you're here to work through in this body and in this life. So here are some placements in the Jyotish chart to look for, to identify, and notice if you have any of these placements, and if you're working with any of these challenges. This can be an indication that you're working with some lineage issues in this area as well. So Rahu and Ketu, when they conjunct major planets like the sun or the moon, this can really impact your self-trust. Planets that hide in the 8th house keep you in the dark. They're unable to express themselves or be visible. And they're hiding. They're also extremely transformational and can be very healing, but there are some challenges that come with 8th house issues. Marana planets that are not happy in their placement in your Jyotish chart, like the sun in the 12th house, it makes this area of the life challenging. Sun in the 12th makes material success challenging for the soul. If you have another planet that's Marana, it will cause challenges in that area of body and life. Rahu or Ketu in the 1st house bring constant self-doubt, disconnection from the body. These are the shadow nodes, and they obstruct the ability to see clearly on the level of intellect or intelligence, so intuition. And so when Rahu and Ketu are impacting the head and 1st house, if one of these shadow nodes is impacting the head, then this will cause challenges with connection to self. So literally, it may cause a disconnection with your body and self-doubt in the process. Debilitated planets. These are planets that can't express themselves. They turn inward. They are unable to express their true nature fully. And this causes you to not be able to step fully into your power and your purpose. If this planet is truly obstructing your ability to express your gifts and wisdom, this can be problematic for Dharma. Gandanta placements are in between water and fire signs, and any planet placed in a Gandanta may experience turmoil, chaos, transition that leads to instability. And Gandanta planets are highly transformational and can be used for Dharma. But for example, Mula Nakshatra is ruled by Nriti, the dark goddess, who goes against Dharma. She rules that which is Adharma. She is the dark goddess. So if you have a planet in Mula Nakshatra, it may be that you are constantly experiencing chaos in that area of your life, and it impacts your Dharma very directly and very specifically. So that is something to be mindful of. Also, Magha Nakshatra, another Gandanta, and this Gandanta, this nakshatra, is notorious for showing where there is ancestral karma at play, particularly with the father and the father's lineage. So that is an important piece of the puzzle if you have, say, Magha Nakshatra in your chart. Very instrumental for understanding Dharma and what karmas may be at play. And of course, Sandhi planets. This is another delicate placement in the Jyotish chart. So if there is a planet at the edge of a house or at the very beginning, this is considered very vulnerable, weak by some standards, and very spiritual. So it could be very helpful for the spiritual realms, may not be very helpful for the material realms, but I would consider this a sensitivity point where gifts are possible if we know how to use the challenges that are presented. So all of these placements, and this is not by any means the full extent of the challenges that may present in a chart. But these placements require great focus, skill, attention, and self-development in order to change. And it really takes a lot of commitment to turn these challenges into solutions and strengths. We have to put in the willpower and the effort in order to change. And that's one of the things that I love about Jyotish is we have so many resources, tools, and ability to understand the layers of karma in a Jyotish chart and in a body, in a soul, in a lineage. The D9, this divisional chart called the Navamsha, is one of those resources where we can see how the fruit develops on the tree, how the karmas ripen. And if the effort is made to change these karmas, and so if you're willing to put in the effort and there's an ability on a soul level to put in effort, then we can change and we can transform, heal, and grow. Not everyone will be able to overcome their challenges of soul struggle or self-doubt or confusion, chaos, pain, and struggle. And this is one of the ways that Adharma becomes problematic and is even passed intergenerationally. If there is stuck karma that doesn't transform, doesn't move, grief that stays undigested, shadow work that becomes so hidden from view that it's not able to be seen or acknowledged. It just passed from body to body to body. And the ancestral body holds this until someone is willing to do the work. Again, so glad that we have an embodied approach to Vedic astrology. This is how I use Jyotish, because everything starts with body, and all the answers that we seek are in the body, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So we can use the Jyotish chart to deepen our understanding, support transformation and healing in an embodied way. So just a reminder that your health challenges are your ancestors asking you to come closer to the body. Your financial struggles, again, your ancestors are inviting you to heal the malnourishment in the lineage. Your relationship struggles, this is a firm request to love yourself more fully into wholeness. Any disconnection with your soul purpose or unhealed wounds of self-doubt, soul avoidance, soul betrayal, it's a lineage issue that is requesting you to show up, pay attention, and reconnect where there is disconnection. Our Jyotish chart is such a fabulous resource and tool for this knowledge and wisdom. I have a lot of new resources coming for you in the next months. We won't even talk about that until the eclipse cycle closes. For now, I just want to remind you that your Jyotish chart is this powerful tool for healing, transformation, and soul awakening your Dharma. And when we use Jyotish in an embodied way, we stay close to the body. We can listen to the body wisdom and use the body wisdom to inform our soul purpose and our soul work in this body and in this life. I've created a new WhatsApp community just for those of us who want to start moving away from the beast of Facebook and Instagram. I want another option for us to gather and connect, and a place for me to share my Jyotish wisdom, my transits, etc. If you would like the link for my private WhatsApp group where I have already shared my April transits, they're the first to receive all of my insights and wisdom for the month ahead. Comment community below. We'll send you the private WhatsApp link. We already have a nice little group gathering those of you who want my Jyotish resources and you want another option off of Facebook, that's for you. And who knows, maybe I'll just do everything on WhatsApp and get rid of Facebook entirely. Some days I'm just so ready to not use this social media stuff anymore. So join me on WhatsApp. It gives us another option to stay connected. Comment community below and we'll send you the link for my private WhatsApp group. And I'll see you next week with more resources and tools for your Dharmic path. Bye.